Robbin. If you can't hear me or you're having trouble hearing me, it's because I've decided to try to use the microphone ear thing that comes right out of the box. It's basically a wire that comes in the box with the PlayStation 4, just for comfort and ease. So I have no idea how it's going to work. I have no way of knowing until after this game is over. So fingers crossed that you can hear me. Double crossed. Well, assuming that you can. The Bronx Knights are 12-9, 3 games over 500, and 3.5 games out of first place behind the Seattle Mariners, who've started at 16-6, as you can see on the screen. And let's get the show on the road, play game number 22 of the regular season. We've taken the first 3 out of a 4-game set against the Cleveland Indians at Progressive Field. We're going for a 4-game sweep today. Play game. Okay. Play full game. The away team, like I said, at Progressive Field. All that looks good to me. Eli Ramos is the starter today. And everybody looks good. Yeah, you know what? Let's just play the game. Okay. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I don't just play baseball games. The primary reason for this YouTube channel is for Dungeons & Dragons, Shenanigans, ttRPG. We play Dungeons & Dragons generally every Monday night at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But that's a conversation for another day. It's time for some baseball. On the mound for the Cleveland Indians, Trevor Bauer, who's making his 5th start of the season. So far, he is a dreadful 1-3 with an 8.82 earned run average over 16 1/3 innings. I'm sure he'd like to right the ship. Leading off for the Bronx Knights is Max Lukelich, hitting .315 with no homers or run batted in. He does have 6 stolen bases on the season. And he hits the ground ball down the line, past the first baseman, and into the corner off the wall. He's running into second, he slides, and he's in there with the leadoff double. That's his 7th double of the season for Max. I don't think any other player would have been able to make second base on that because it hit the corner of the stands and bounced back to the... Well, anyway. Next up is Don Mattingly, hitting .337 with 6 homers and 22 runs batted in. He takes the first pitch low for a ball. Cleveland Indians are currently in 4th place in the American League Central with an 8-13 record. Mattingly is up at the plate. And he fouls off the next pitch, fastball. Count evens at 1-1. Donnie Baseball has 10 runs batted in the last 4 games. Knuckle curve outside 2-1. Matthew Ross is the home plate umpire, calling the games, balls and strikes. I don't know if he's real or fictional. I just hope he does a good job. Oh, just hits the corner with the strike zone. Count evens at 2-2. Pitch is high. Count goes full. 3-2. Chris Ramos is on deck, today's second baseman. And he just gets a piece to stay alive. Count remains full. And he grounds it to the second baseman. Out at first out of the inning, moves the runner over to third base. Productive out. Starting lineup for the Bronx Knights, Max Lukelich leads off. Don Mattingly is at first. Chris Ramos is at second. Mike O'Rourke patrols center field. Jacob Salazar is the shortstop. Matt Termini is at third. Benny Lucicero in right. Anthony Miller is the catcher. And the designated hitter and batting ninth is Matthew Saps. Now with 1 out in the first and a runner at third base, Chris Ramos takes it at the knees for strike 1. He's hitting .324 with 6 homers and 13 runs batted in. And it's a line drive base hit to right field. It's an RBI single for Chris Ramos, his 14th RBI. And the Bronx Knights lead 1-0. See the replay. Line drive, base hit. Leg kick. Two-handed swing. Next up is Michael O'Rourke. He's hitting .373 with 3 homers and 16 runs batted in. And he hits it to medium depth right field. He makes the catch for the second out of the inning. The runner does not advance. Austin Meadows made the play. Jacob Salazar hitting .329 with a homer and 12 runs batted in. Steps up with 2 outs in the first. And the pitch is in the dirt low, but no advance. Nice block by the catcher. And he swings and misses at the knuckle curve. Count evens at 1-1. Oh, he swings and misses out in front, way out in front of the ball in the dirt. Count falls to 1-2. Nasty pitch. Outside, 2-2. Count goes full, 3-2. The runner will be off at the pitch. Ramos is at first. Oh, he calls strike 3 on the outside corner. Salazar does not agree, but doesn't matter if he agrees. The inning is over, but not before the Bronx Knights put 1 on the scoreboard, and they're leading 1-0 at the end of the half inning of play. Pitching for the Bronx Knights is Eli Ramos. He's making his 5th start of the season. He's 2-1 with a 3.45 earned run average. And leading off for the Indians, Roberto Alomar. He's hitting .250 with 2 homers and 8 runs batted in. And he nubs it foul. Strike 1. And the slider is fouled off. Count is quickly 0-2. And he grounds it to the third baseman, Termini, who fields, fires, got him. 1 out. Starting lineup for the Cleveland Indians, Roberto Alomar leads off. Victor Reyes is batting second. Austin Meadows is in right field batting third. David Ortiz is the cleanup hitter at first base. Rafael Devers is third base. Hunter Dozier, the designated hitter. Corey Lee, the catcher. Kevin Kiermaier is batting eighth. And I have no idea who is batting ninth because the graphic disappeared. Oh, and he throws the pitch behind him. Must have slipped out of his hand or slipped on the mound. Anyway, he somehow swung at that pitch even though it was behind him and is credited with a strike. Curveball just outside, counts even at 1-1. Fastball 97 on the radar gun. Strike 2. Eli Ramos is my real life father. And he swings and misses at the 99-mile-an-hour fastball for the second out of the inning, his first strikeout of the game. That's Eli Ramos' 1,000th career strikeout. It's a hell of an accomplishment in any player's career. This is, I think, his 5th season of work. This is the year 2024 in this created franchise. So I think it's his 5th season. Well, Eli Ramos passed away in 2011 in real life, and the reason why his number is 68 in the video game is because he passed away at age 68. And the curveball floats over but is low, ball 1. Austin Meadows, hitting .215, steps in. Swings and misses at the second pitch. Count is even at 1-1. And it's a lazy fly ball to medium depth center field. O'Rourke is there, and he makes the catch for the final out of the first. 1 inning complete. The Bronx Knights lead 1-0. Matt Termini, the third baseman, steps up to the plate. He's hitting .324 with 2 homers and 11 runs batted in. And the cut fastball is fouled back. Strike 1. And the pitch is outside, ball 2. And he hits it high and deep, but playable. The center fielder makes the catch for the first out of the inning. Got just underneath it. The defense for the Cleveland Indians today, from left to right in the outfield, is Reyes, Kiermaier in center, giving Griffey the day off, and Austin Meadows. And in the infield, Devers, Walters, Alomar, and Ortiz at first. Corey Lee behind the plate. Benny Cicero hitting .263 with 3 homers. Hits it foul for strike 1. 3 homers and 21 runs batted in on the season. He's up at the plate. He's the right fielder for the Knights. And the pitch is just on the edge for strike 2. Count is 0-2. Oh, I think, did it hit him? Yes, it did. He checked the swing, hit him, I think, on the knee. Right on the kneecap. He doesn't even flinch. My goodness. Well, in any event, he leads off the inning. No, I checked that. It's 1 out in the inning. And a runner is at first with Anthony Millo up hitting .222, who swings and misses at the cut fastball. Anthony's got a modest 4-game hitting streak. The number 8 hitter in the lineup.
Nope, that's down.
Just low. Count evens 1-1. Circle change. Called a ball. Count is 2-1.
Nope.
He checks it. And he's off with the pitch, and Benny Cicero has stole second base. I think he stole that on the pitcher. Yeah, he had no chance. Not a good throw, but he didn't really have a chance to throw him out. Runner in scoring position. Hitters count 3-1. And he hits a high, deep drive. Is it playable? Yes, it is. He crashes against the wall. Cicero tags and moves to third with 2 outs. Nice play by Reyes in left field. Hitting ninth, Matt Saps, who is wallowing with a .137 batting average so far this season. And but the base hit in an RBI single down the line for Matt Saps. The Bronx Knights take an early 2-0 lead. Nice piece of hitting. First pitch hitting. Here's the replay. Right on it, down the third base line. Max Lukulich, who has a double and a run scored, steps up. He's 1 for 1 in the game. His average has slowly climbed back to .324 after dropping below 300 a few days ago. And he swings over the top of the circle change. Count is even at 1-1. Quick throw over. Saps gets back. And again, another throw to first. Count is 1-1. Another throw. He's worried about Saps. And Saps does have speed. He's not the prototypical. Well, he's got speed, but I'm not sure what. And the pitch out. They are really concerned about Saps moving into scoring position. Nothing doing. Count is 2-1. He's in Bauer's head. And he checks the cut fastball. It's inside. Count goes to 3-1, a hitter's count. And he wraps it to the second baseman who fields and gets the fielder's choice at second base for the final out of the second. After an inning and a half of play, the Bronx Knights now lead 2-0. Leading off for the Indians, the bottom of the second, David Ortiz. He's hitting .278, 7 homers and 17 runs batted in. Strike 197 on the radar gun. David Ortiz leads the Indians with 7 dingers. 7 dingers. And he swings and misses out in front of the slider. It's quickly 0-2. Just in case you're wondering, I'm doing the difficulty gameplay. Hitting difficulty is on All-Star. And pitching difficulty is on All-Star. I'm going to keep it at that difficulty level until I get at least to the All-Star break. If I've won too many games, then by the All-Star break, I'll kick it up a notch to Hall of Fame. But I'm only 12-9 at this point. I have a feeling that... And he fouls it off. Count remains 0-2 on David Ortiz. I have a feeling that the Cleveland... The reason why I'm winning so much lately and buy so much is because the Cleveland Indians is just not very good. And the slider, the splitter, check that. Inside for ball 1. And he swings and misses at the circle change for strike 3. First out of the second. Rafael Devers hitting .231 with 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. Steps up to the plate. And he checks it, but it's in there for strike 1. And he flares it out to short left field. Lukulich is over there, makes the catch for the second out of the inning. 2 quick outs. Hunter Dozier steps up to the dish. He's hitting .301 with a homer and 11 runs batted in. And he fouls off the slider for strike 1. And he swings and misses the circle change inside, ties him up inside. Very quickly, there are 2 strikes. And he just gets a piece of the curveball to stay alive. Count remains 0-2. Swing and a miss at the high fastball. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Quick 1-2-3 inning. And at the end of 2 innings of play, it's 2-0 Knights. Leading off for the Bronx Knights is Don Mattingly. He grounded out in the first. He's 0 for 1.
Don Mattingly.
And he hits a high pop-up. Third baseman fields it for the out. First out, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Now batting, the second baseman.
Chris Ramos steps in. He has an RBI single in the first. He's 1 for 1. And he hits another base hit through the hole between first and second. He's 2 for 2. Here's the replay.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Just pulls it. High leg kick. 2-hand swing. Nice follow through. Michael O'Rourke steps up. He flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. And he swings and misses at the floater for strike 1. Pitches outside, 1-1. Pitch is low.
Count is 2-1.
Count is 2-1. Ramos leads off first. O'Rourke at the plate. 1 out in the third. And it's a line drive, base hit to center field. We have runners at first and second with only 1 out in the third.
The bat, number 3, shortstop.
Next up, Jacob Salazar, he's 0 for 1.
Salazar.
He has a runner in scoring position. And the pitch is inside for ball 1. He's hitting .325 on the season. Granted, it's early in the season, but a lot of high batting averages on the Knights lineup. And he hits the corner with the fastball, 95 on the radar gun to even the count at 1-1. And he just fouls it off. Count falls to 1-2. And the knuckle curve is in the dirt. Count evens at 2-2. Count goes full, 3-2. Will they be off with 1 out? I believe that they will stay put.
Nope.
And it's just misses the corner for ball 4. The bases are loaded. Loaded with the Knights.
Now batting.
Pitching coach comes out to have a little discussion with Trevor Bauer. He's lost his control a little bit here in the third. 2 1/3 innings pitched. He's up to 46 pitches already. Well, it's a quick conversation. Next up is Matt Termini, who's 0 for 1 with a fly out in the second. He has the bases loaded. And he grounds it softly. He tags runner coming across and gets the double play to end the inning. It was a 5 unassisted across to 3, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, halfway through the third, it's 2-0 Knights. I'm sorry, Heidi, there seems to be something wrong with your microphone. We're going to have to get back to you. I apologize for, we need to get technicians to fix that mic. Well, it's Corey Lee hitting .227 with 2 homers and 7 runs batted in, stepping up to the plate.
Corey Lee.
And it's a line drive into the gap, past the diving Lo Cicero, and all the way to the wall. O'Rourke fields it, fires it back to the cutoff man. It goes past the cutoff. It's a stand-up double for Corey Lee, his 3rd of the season. And they have a runner on second and nobody out. Kevin Kiermaier basically giving Ken Griffey Jr. a day off. He's patrolling center field today. That is perhaps the most frightening mascot I've ever seen. And he swings and misses at the 98-mile-an-hour fastball for strike 1. And he breaks his bat. The runner is safe at first. Termini fielded, charged, one-handed it, but he could not get the runner at first. The runner at second did not advance, so it's runners at first and second with nobody out, and Tony Wolters stepping up to the plate. He's hitting .333 with no homers and 3 runs batted in. And he fouls up back the 99-mile-an-hour heater. Strike 1. Now a circle change in there for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Just off the plate inside for ball 1. Count is 1-2. He fouls off the fastball. He's just pouring it in there. Oh, the slider is just off the inside corner. I think Ramos wanted that pitch. Doesn't matter what he wants. Count is even at 2-2. And he fouls off the fastball. It's a battle. Runners on first and second, nobody out in the third. They are threatening. And he swings and misses at the heater. 99 miles an hour for his 4th strikeout of the contest.
Second baseman.
Sit him down.
Alomar.
The lineup turns over. Robbie Alomar, who grounded out in the first, is back up at the plate. There's 1 out in the inning with runners in first and second. And the fastball just misses inside for ball 1. And the slider inside corner, count evens. The circle changes low, ball 2. 2-1. And he jams him in on the hands with the slider. Count goes 2-2. Low pitch, count goes full, 3-2. Victor Reyes is on deck. 3-2 count, 1 out. And he hits a line drive, but right at O'Rourke, who makes the catch. The runner does not tag. There are 2 outs in the 3rd.
Now batting. The left fielder.
Left fielder, Victor Reyes, who struck out in the first, steps up to the plate with a runner in scoring position. He's 0 for 1. This season, he's 0 for 5. Not much playing time. And he fouls off the slider for strike 1. High splitter, fat pitch. I bet Reyes wishes he could have that pitch back, but he can't, and the count is 0-2. Swing and a miss on the splitter for strike 3. The inning is over. They leave 2 runners on. After 3 innings of play, it's the Bronx Knights 2, the Cleveland Indians nothing. Leading off for the Knights, Benny Locicero. He was hit by a pitch in the second, no official at bat.
The right fielder. Number 38.
And the cutter backdoors the strike zone for strike 1. And the knuckle curve is high. Count 1-1. And he hits a hard ground ball to Ortiz at first, who fields it himself, takes it to the bag for out number 1.
Now batting. Number 43.
Anthony Millo flied out. Deep drive. But still an out. And he hits a hard ground ball to the third baseman, who fields, fires, got him. Nice play by Rafael Devers, third. Very quickly, there are 2 outs in the 4th. Matt Saps, who had an RBI single, steps in for his 2nd plate appearance. The pitch is outside, ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
Did he check it?
Did he go?
Yes, he did. Count is 2-0. Oh, he swings at a pitch out of the strike zone, and instead of it being 3-0, it's 2-1. He has to show a little more discipline at the plate. And he fouls off the inside fastball. Count evens at 2-2. Did he check it?
Did he go?
Yes, he did. Count goes full, 3-2. Crowd does not agree. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he hits a medium depth fly ball. Well, wait, it's carrying to the warning track. But he makes the catch for the final out of the 4th. So after 3.5 innings of play, it remains the Bronx Knights 2 and the Cleveland Indians nothing. Stepping up for the Indians, Austin Meadows, who's 0 for 1.
The right fielder. Austin Meadows.
No, that's
And the pitch is low. And he grounds it to oh no, I'm sorry. It gets by Mattingly. But backing up on the shift is Ramos, who throws to the pitcher covering, and he saves an error for Mattingly. 1 out at first. What a play. Anyway, David Ortiz, who struck out in the second inning, he's 0 for 1, steps up to the plate. 1 out in the fourth. And he gets it for strike 1, the bottom of the strike zone. And he swings over the top of the slider. It's 0-2. Ramos is pitching a gem. And he hits a ball up the middle, past the diving Salazar at short, and into center field for a base hit. And with 1 out in the fourth, the Indians have a base runner. Ground ball with eyes. Rafael Devers steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out in the second. And he takes the slider for strike 1. And the circle changes, foul back, strike 2. And he just gets a piece of it to the pitcher, who fields, fires to first for the second out of the inning. Not enough time for a double play. Just takes the safe out at first. The runner moves into scoring position at second. So with 2 outs, Hunter Dozier steps up with an RBI opportunity. He's 0 for 1 with the strikeout in the second. And he swings and misses at the 97-mile-an-hour fastball, strike 1. This season, Hunter Dozier is hitting .400 with runners in scoring position. And the curveball's just outside for ball 1. And it's a lazy, deep fly ball to medium depth center field. O'Rourke waits for it, makes the catch for the final out of the fourth. Well, they get a runner in scoring position, but they don't push him across. At the end of 4, it's 2-0 Knights. Leading off is Max Luklich. He has a double and a run scored. He's 1 for 2 in the game.
The left fielder, number 39.
And he skies it to medium depths right field. Austin Meadows makes the catch. 1 pitch, 1 out. Trevor Bauer overall has pitched a good game. He's been outpitched by Eli Ramos, but Bauer's done well. Mattingly steps up. He's 0 for 2 in today's contest, looking to get on the one in the hit column. And he swings and misses at the high fastball. There's a 16-game hitting streak on the line for Mattingly. And he checks it, inside fastball. Count goes even, 1-1. Pitch is low, 2-1.
Ball 3.
Checks it. Count goes 3-1, a hitter's count. Here it comes. Outside, ball 4, he walks him. So with 1 out in the top of the 5th, Mattingly is at first with a base on balls.
Now batting, second baseman,
Chris Ramos steps up. He's 2 for 2 with 2 singles and a run batted in. He's got that average up to 342 on the season. And the pitch is way outside. Ball 1. On base percentage, 457 for Chris Ramos. Strike 2. No, check that. Ball 2. Count is 2-0. Takes it. Ball 3. 3-0 count. Does he have the green light? No, he doesn't. I am not swinging. No way do I swing at a 3-0 pitch. I don't care if it's beautiful, which it was. It was pretty good. Count is hitter's count. 3-1. The chains are off. Oh, he swings through the fastball. wishes he had that pitch back, but it goes full. 3-2. Runner at first with 1 out. The runner is not going. Ball 4 on the cutter. He takes it. Checks his swing. And there's runners on first and second. 2 walks in the inning. Next up is Michael O'Rourke, who had a single in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. He's got a runner in scoring position in Mattingly at second base. And he hits a soft ground ball to Ortiz, who flips to the pitcher covering for the 2nd out of the inning. The runners move up to 2nd and 3rd.
The batter, number 3, shortstop,
Jacob Salazar steps in. He's 0 for 1 with a walk. He's got 2 runners in scoring position. See if he can get him in. And he does with an RBI single. Will the 2nd runner come home to score? The throw to the plate is not cut off, but it's not in time. And Jacob Salazar drives in 2 and extends the lead for the Bronx Knights to 4-0. Here's the replay. Throw comes in from Austin Meadows. It's online, but it's just late. Here it is again. Just misses the tag. And that'll be all for Trevor Bauer. Not all things considered how the starters for the Cleveland Indians have performed in this 4-game set. It's not a bad performance from Trevor Bauer. He is responsible for the runner at first.
Ladies and gentlemen,
coming in for him is Ryan Harper, who's making his 11th appearance. His ERA is something you'd like to forget. It's a 10.45 earned run average, just over 10 innings pitched. He is the definition of mop-up man. 2 outs in the 5th, the quick throw over. Salazar is back. Termini's 0 for 2. And the pitch out, but nothing's doing. Salazar dives back to first. 0-1 count. I'm sorry, check that. 1-0 count. Swing and a miss. He is stealing, and Salazar takes second base with ease. They knew he was running, and they still couldn't stop him. Stolen base by Jacob Salazar. He is in scoring position with 2 outs. And the pitch is outside, slider. Count goes 2-1 on Ryan Harper. And he hits a hard ground ball. He fields it, keeps it in front of him, and just gets Termini by a step for the final out of the inning. Kept it in front of him, didn't field it cleanly, but got it there in time. So after 4.5 innings of play, it's the Bronx Knights 4 and the Cleveland Indians nothing. Heidi, I'm so sorry. We really have to get that microphone fixed, but for right now, all we can do is say thank you for your, thank you for coming to the ballpark. Swing and a miss at the slider for strike 1. Corey Lee, in his last 6 games, has driven in 3 runs, so he's been productive. And he grounds it foul for strike 2. Count very quickly falls to 0-2. I really hope you guys can hear me. Will have no idea until I check this on YouTube afterwards. So check it. He did not break the plane. It's ball 1. And he swings and misses for strike 3. The first out of the inning. That's Eli Ramos' 6th strikeout of the contest. There it is in real time. Kevin Kiermaier steps up. He's over. No, check that. He had a single in the 3rd. He's 1 for 1. And he got strike 1, 97 on the radar gun. And he grounds it weakly to first, but it is foul. Strike 2. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count goes 1-2. Splitter's outside. Count is even at 2-2. And he fouls off the fastball. Still throwing heat. 99 miles an hour. Not sure if he's hit triple digits this season, but he is close. Swing and a miss is a split finger fastball for strike 2. Strike 3, second out of the inning, his 7th strikeout of the game. Here it is in real speed. Nasty. Walters is up for his second plate appearance. He struck out in the 3rd. Here's the pitch. Pours it in there for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
This season, Walters is 6 for 19. And he hits a lazy fly ball to Lo Cicero and right. He barely has to move, and he makes the final out of the 5th. It's a official game, and the Bronx Knights are leading 4-0. Benny, who just made the catch, now steps up at the plate. He's been hit by a pitch. He has a run scored. He's got a stolen base. Leading off the 6th. And he grounds it, but Ortiz grabs it backhanded, takes it himself to first. The first out, 1 pitch, 1 out.
Number 43.
Anthony Millo today is 0 for 2. Fly out and a ground out. And he hits it hard and deep, but foul. He has 5 runs batted in his last 3 games, so he's kicked it up a notch. And the fastball is low. Count evens at 1-1. The bullpen is active for the Indians. There's a lefty and a righty out there warming up. And he hits a line drive, base hit in front of the left fielder. He's 1 for 3 today. With 1 out, there's a runner at first. Here's a replay. Millo releases it. Next up, Matt Saps. He's got an RBI single. He's 1 for 2. And the pitch is inside, ball 1. Oh, I think he's got him. Yeah, he has him. Caught him napping. And there are 2 outs. Millo is picked off first. So with 2 outs, Matt Saps is up. Count is 1-0. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Slider's outside. Count is 2-0. Pitch is inside. Count is 3-0. Will he have the green light? No, he will not. He's taking a pitch. And it's right down the middle for strike 1. Hitters count. I'm sure he's swinging now. And the changeup is a low, ball 4. He walks him. So with 2 outs in the 6th, Saps is at first.
Number 39.
Max Lukulich has a double and a run scored. He's 1 for 3 today. And he hits a line drive, but foul. Crowd is quiet. Not much to cheer for here in the Progressive Field. And he swings and misses at a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Count is quickly 0-2. And he hits it softly to the second baseman, who shovels it over to the shortstop at second for the final out of the inning. So, after 5.5 innings of play, it's the Bronx Knights 4, and the Cleveland Indians nothing. Welcome to Bronx Knights Baseball. I'm RC Robbin. Bronx Knights are leading 4-0 at Progressive Field against the Cleveland Indians. Roberto Alomar steps up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. So far, Eli Ramos is pitching a gem. And after one pitch, Lukulich makes the catch. One pitch, one out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Victor Reyes has struck out twice today. He's 0 for 2. Steps up. .98 on the radar gun. Finds the corner. It's 0-1. And he laces it, but foul. He's been economical with his pitches. And he grounds it up the middle for a base hit past the diving reach of Salazar at short. O'Rourke gets it back in quickly, but it is a 1-out single for Jose Reyes, who literally takes it off the shoe tops and grounds it back up just out of the reach of Salazar. So next up is Austin Meadows. He's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out. He's got a runner at first. And it's strike one. Ramos repeatedly gets ahead of hitters with strike one. It's probably the reason for his success. Slider is outside, count evens at 1-1. If you didn't know, Eli Ramos is actually my father, who passed away in the year 2011. And he hits a deep but playable fly ball to O'Rourke at center field, who makes the catch in the second out of the inning. If you didn't know, he's my father. He passed away in 2011. And the reason why his number is 68 is because my father passed away at age 68. So that's basically the 20-year-old version of my father. David Ortiz steps in. He's 1 for 2 with a single in the 4th. Runner at first, 2 outs. Here's the pitch. And he hits a hard ground ball foul. Strike one. And the pitcher is off. Look, Anthony Millo throws from his knees. It's in time for the final out of the inning. Ortiz will lead off the next inning because of the caught stealing. It's 6 innings complete. The Bronx Knights still lead 4-0. Taking over pitching duties for the Indians is Joe Jimenez, making his 7th appearance. He's 1-1 with a 4.05 earned run average in only 6 2/3 innings of work. Mattingly's 0 for 2 today. He does have a walk and a run scored and steps up to the plate. He's hitting .330 on the young season. Ball one. If you're watching and you can't hear me, I do apologize. But then again, if you can't hear me, you can't hear my apology. 1-1, count evens. Trying out the microphone that came in the PS4 box. Let's see if it works. And he hits it the other way, but it's a lazy fly ball that the left fielder flags down for the first out of the inning. Reyes makes the catch.
Now batting, second base.
So with 1 out in the 7th, Chris Ramos steps up to the plate. He's 2 for 2. He's got 2 singles. He's got an RBI, a run scored. Looking for his 3rd hit in the contest. And he swings and misses. Swings over the top of the changeup for strike one. And he hits a deep fly ball, but playable to the center fielder. Kiermaier makes the catch for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Michael O'Rourke, the center fielder, who had a single in the 3rd, steps up. He's hitting .372 on the season. And hits it high and deep, but foul. Granted, it's only number 22, game number 22, so it's early in the season. Batting averages will go up and go down, but still, after 22 games to be up at 372 averages. Oh, did he check his swing? Yes, he did. Even count, 1-1. And the pitch is outside. Count is 2-1. Catches the corner. Count evens at 2-2. And he swings at the high fastball for strike 3. And the inning is over. Get up and stretch. It's time for the 7th inning stretch. Bronx Knights are winning by 4. David Ortiz, who obviously did some kind of slim fast diet because he's lost at least 50 pounds. Look at him. He had a single in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. And he swings and misses at the fastball. So it's basically 2 gems in a row. Joey Pollard made his debut for the Bronx Knights on the mound. And he fouls it off. It's strike 2. In yesterday's game, and he pitched a complete game shutout, and now Eli Ramos is following it up with a shutout into the 7th inning. Hope I did not just jinx myself, but the point is, and he flares it out into the stands. The count remains 0-2. But 2 great pitching performances in a row for the Bronx Knights. And he swings over the top of the splitter for strike 3. That's his 8th strikeout of the contest. See the replay. Just disappeared on him. Rafael Devers is up. Like the rest of the lineup, he's 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. 98 on the gun. And he swings and misses right over the top of the split finger. Very quickly, it's 0-2. He's just mowing him down. And that one, he hits the center field and he makes a bid for the gap, but O'Rourke runs it down for the final out. Nope, check that. The 2nd out of the inning. Got a little ahead of myself. Next up is Hunter Dozier. Strikeout and a flyout. He's 0 for 2. And he grounds it hard to Salazar at short of fields and throws it right over the top of his head. It does not go into the stands. Oh, Millo, the catcher, was backing up and very quickly throws it to second. He gets him out, trying to advance to second. So, it's an error on the shortstop, but a nice play to end the inning. At the end of 7 innings of play, Bronx Knights still lead 4-0. Top of the 8th, Salazar. Single and 2 runs batted in, steps up. He's 1 for 2 today, officially. And it's a strike. Inside, 1-1. Well, 24,000 in attendance today. And he flares it out to the opposite field. Reyes makes the catch, and there's 1 out.
Now batting, number 79.
Matt Termini's 0 for 3 today. Steps up. And it's in on his hands, and Ortiz does not make it into foul territory to make the catch. It's just a strike.
That's low.
Just low. And he's out in front of the changeup. Count falls to 1-2. He checks it. Changeup is low. Count evens at 2-2. 1 out in the 8th. Bronx Knights lead 4-0. And he grounds it, but right up, wait. The shortstop And he is safe. Is it an error? Yes, it is. It's an E6. Walters fumbled it in the glove, kept it in front of him, but did not have enough time to make the throw with the speed of Termini heading down the line. So Termini at first. Benny Cicero is officially 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch. He does have a run and a stolen base. Termini does have base stealing potential, so we'll see. Outside, ball 1. We'll see what happens. And he fouls it off. 95 on the radar gun. Count is 1-1. Well, Cicero has 21 runs batted in so far this season from the bottom of the lineup. Outside. Count is ball 2. Strikes 1. 1 out in the 8th.
Ball 3.
Pitch is high. Ball 3. Hitters count 3-1. Looks like Termini is staying put with a 4-run lead. And he hits it off the end of the bat the other way to Reyes, who makes the catch for the second out of the inning. No advance. Termini stays at first.
The batter, number 43.
Anthony Millo with a single in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. He has hit the ball hard today, all 3 times up. And it's a strike on the corner. And he swings out in front of the slider. Count is very quickly 0-2. And strike 3, high fastball to end the inning. So it's 7.5 innings of play. The Knights have a 4-run lead. Leading off for the Indians, Corey Lee with a double in the 3rd. He's 1 for 2. Ramos is pitching into the 8th. He's in good position. Check swing, but it's in there for strike 1. He's in a good position to finish off the game. And that would be, if possible, swing and a miss at the slider. That would be 2 Knights starters throwing a complete game shutout. 2 games in a row. I'm sure. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First out of the inning. That's his 9th strikeout of the game. There's the replay in real time. It's amazing to think that human beings can hit a round pitch with a round bat. Circular bat. Kevin Kiermaier, who's 1 for 2 with a single, steps up. And he fouls the pitch back. In the 8th inning, he's still throwing 98 miles an hour. You know, he's still got gas in the tank. And he fouls off the curveball. Strike 2. Only 85 pitches. Strike 3 looking, outside corner. He goes down for his 10th strikeout in the contest. Let's see, was that a strike? Well, it might have been outside corner. The point is, it's too close to take with 2 strikes. You got to protect the plate. Tony Walters, 0 for 2 today, and also an error. Steps up to the plate. And he hits it hard, but foul. Strike 1. Curveball in there, strike 2. He's cruising. And he grounds it back to the pitcher. And Fields throws it over to first. 1-2-3 inning for Eli Ramos. He's pitched 8 innings, has not given up a run. He's got a 4-run lead.
Your attention, please.
Tomix McIlraith. McIlraith? McIlraith. 8th appearance, 1-0. His ERA is a 6.97 debacle. Matt Saps has an RBI single today. He's 1 for 2. He steps up. And he hits it to the shortstop who fields, throws it across the diamond, and pulls him off the bag. That'll be an error. Another E6. It's 2 errors for Walters at shortstop today. My goodness. In all honesty, this is just not a good team. You know, the Cleveland Indians are about to lose 4 straight, unless things change. So, hold on a second. I'm going to go to the manager's office and the bullpen. Now, my intention is to have a complete game shutout for Eli Ramos, but if he gives up a run in the 9th, I'm taking him out of the game. So, I'm going to have Telly Argios, who just got called up for the minors, to warm up, and we'll see what happens. Max Lukulich is up. He's 1 for 4. And he hits a hard line drive into the stands. Strike 1. And he hits it foul yet again. 2 quick strikes. Just off the plate. Thomas wanted that one, but it's 1-2. And he hits it foul yet again. Way ahead of it. That one might have been a ball, but protecting the plate with 2 strikes. 2-seamers high. Count evens at 2-2. Nobody out in the 9th. He throws over just to keep Saps close. With a 4-run lead, I don't think that Saps is stealing, but wouldn't surprise me. And he hits a ground ball, base hit up the middle. Runners at first and second and nobody out in the 9th. Looking for some more insurance. And this is Lukulich's 2nd hit of the game. Lukulich's game is stolen bases, so there's somebody in front of him and a 4-run lead. Well, anyway, Don Mattingly's 0 for 3. And he takes the first pitch, ball 1, just low. He has a runner in scoring position. And the pitch is low. With runners in scoring position, Mattingly is hitting a scalding 478. Becomes just a completely different hitter. He hits it high and deep. That's at the wall. He makes the catch. Tagging up at second is Matt Saps. He's at third. At least it was a productive out. He made a bid for a 3-run homer, but just missed it. So Chris Ramos, who's 2 for 3, steps up with runners at first and third and 1 out, and there's a pitching change. Scott Alexander steps in 8 games this season. He has no record and an ERA of 9.31. Right-handed batters are hitting .412 against him. So Mattingly switches over to the right side against the lefty. And he hits it high and deep, but playable. The runner tags, and it is a sacrifice fly for Ramos, and the score is 5-0. Well, he gets the job done. I'm sure he would have liked a 3-run homer, but he'll take what he can get. Interestingly enough, that's Don Mattingly, the manager. He's the manager and also the second baseman. Mike O'Rourke, with a runner at first and 2 outs in the 9th. He's 1 for 4. I'm sure he'd love to be 2 for 5. Let's see what happens. And the slider is low for ball 1. Indians bullpen is still active, lefty and a righty. Quick pitch. Lukulich is back in time. You have to respect his speed. And he gets him in on his hand and jams him. Third baseman settles under the pop-up, makes the catch for the final out of the top of the 9th. Here comes last licks. To avoid being swept 4 games straight, Cleveland needs 5 to tie. Good luck, Cleveland. Okay. Leading off, Roberto Alomar. He's 0 for 3 in the game.
The second baseman, Roberto Alomar.
Strike 1, 97. He's throwing 97 miles an hour in the 9th inning. And if he can get through this inning without giving up a run, he hits it high and deep, but playable as Lukulich runs it down. Nice range out there in left field by Max Lukulich for the first out of the ninth. So, going for that complete game shutout for the second game in a row. And the curveball is in there, strike one. And he checks it, circle changes outside. 1-1. And he fouls off the fastball. Count is 1-2. He's approaching 100 pitches. I mean, it's early in the season, but swing and a miss, strike three, his 11th strikeout of the game. And there are 2 outs. They are down to their final out.
Now batting, the right fielder, Austin Meadows.
Austin Meadows steps up there. He's 0 for 3. And he fouls off the slider, strike one. And he hits it high and deep, but foul. They are down to their final strike. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Count is 1-2. Milo thought he had him. Here's the pitch. And he fouls off the slider. Count remains 1-2. Just gets a piece, staying alive. The count against Meadows is 1-2. And he fouls off the fastball, is way behind it. He's broken the century mark in pitch count. And he hits it high and deep. With 2 outs in the ninth, the shutout is broken. Austin Meadows hits his 3rd home run of the season for the Cleveland Indians, and the score is 5-1. The crowd can at least get some satisfaction in knowing that their team did not get shut out in this contest. Here's the replay. Just one arm swing, almost standing up. He knew the minute he hit it, he knew it. And that will be all for Eli Ramos. Mattingly, the manager, comes and makes the motion for the right-hander. Takes the ball from Ramos. Excellent game, but it wasn't meant to be a shutout. He is in a position to win. Making his first pitching appearance for the Bronx Knights, Telly Argios. Just got called up from the minors. Let's see how well he does. Oh, he hits it high and deep. And Ortiz hits a back-to-back home run. First pitch, Ortiz hits his 8th home run of the season. Rude welcome for Telly. And the score is 5-2. Let's see the replay. My goodness. Something gets hit that far. There should be a stewardess on it. Rafael Devers is 0 for 3. And he's a little rattled. He throws a pitch way outside for his next pitch. Considering this is his first appearance, there's probably some butterflies and some jitters. So completely understandable. And he slides in number 2 for a strike. And he hits it high and deep, making a bid, but it's foul. They are down to their final strike. And he hits it high and deep. It's off the wall. And he walks into second base with a double. My goodness, the fans are starting to get excited. Rafael Devers with his second home run. He hits it almost back to back to back. And manager is going to go to the bullpen. He's going to get John Smoltz warming up. And then he's going to go to the mound visit. And he's going to have a conversation with him and say, okay, kid, listen, settle down. Okay, we know this is your first start. We know you're just trying to throw strikes, but you have to throw quality strikes, okay? Take some deep breaths. All we need is one more out, okay? Don't worry about that guy at second base, because if he hits at 900 miles, you're still winning by 1. Okay, so just let's rock and roll. Little does Telly know that this is his last batter no matter what. Either it's the end of the game or he's out of the game. Hunter Dozier's up. He's hitting .375. Runners in scoring position. Swing and a miss on the curveball. They are again down to their final strike. And he's down the line, but it's foul. Runner at second. The count is 0-2. They're down to their final strike. And he just gets a piece of the changeup, staying alive. And he hits it high and deep, but it's playable for O'Rourke, who goes all the way to the warning track for the final out of the inning. The ball game is over. The Knights win. It was a little bit of some heart palpitations towards the end there, but Eli Ramos gets his 3rd win of the season for the Knights. I'm sure that Trevor Bauer will get the loss. And there's Ramos being congratulated by the rest of the team. So Eli Ramos with 8 2/3 innings of 1-run ball, with 11 strikeouts and 5 hits, is the player of the game. He's the winner. Trevor Bauer is the loser. For the Bronx Knights, it's 5 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. The Cleveland Indians, 2 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. The final at Progressive Field is 5-2. Bronx Knights, they sweep the 4-game set. This is Bronx Knights baseball. I am RC Robbin. Hopefully, with this microphone, you were able to hear me. If not, I do apologize, even though you can't hear me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.